Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Monday the 10th of July 2023. What's a Sudokan, I hear you ask? Well, you are. Congratulations, now you've joined the channel to try to work out this unusual game. Not unusual, of course, it's become quite popular and well known, but maybe this is your first time at trying to solve the game. You're not sure how to play it, or maybe you've tried it once or twice before but not really worked out how to fill in the numbers yet. So I shall talk about that in a moment. Before I explain that this channel is a kind of blog of what's in the news, my quick thoughts, sometimes my long thoughts, highlighting a story in the news, or maybe just something going on with me, which most people are probably very bored with, but I like to talk about anyway. There's nothing else sometimes to do on this channel. So let's get on with the chat first. I see the new Threads app released from Meta has already attracted right-wing accounts. They were hoping, I think, to try not to turn it into Twitter, and hoping that it would not be full of hatred and vitriol in the way that social media app often is. But of course, if there's money to be had, some people will want to turn that into clicks and, like just build their base wherever, even if they already have a base somewhere else. Of course, they have to kind of build more, get more followers on different apps, and therefore hopefully drag them into the other one, or sometimes maybe as a backup, if they get banned from one, they'll be on the other one, etc., etc. Anyway, they were hoping to make it a not such a toxic place, but apparently it's already started. But good luck to them. Let's hope that it works and doesn't turn out to be quite so awful as some of the Twitter accounts are. I don't know about that, humanity. Right, so let's get on with the game of Sudoku. So this is a beginner's game on Monday, so if you've never played the game before, don't worry. I shall give you the basic idea of how to play the game. It's a game of logic. It's got nothing to do with maths, so don't have to worry about that. And I shall tell you step by step how to complete the grid in today's Guardian. There is a link in the description that you can click on and you will wind up here. You can print the game yourself, or you could you can't play the game online directly from the Guardian, but you can either print it or you can copy the digits into sudokuexchange.com and play it on the computer, as I am doing here. I'm doing this to save paper, really, because if I printed out every game, I'd be killing lots of trees. But playing on paper is actually a very good idea for beginners. So I recommend when you start, try the games on with a pen and paper, or pencil and paper, and an eraser for the mistakes that you will make. And will you make mistakes? Yes, you will, believe me. Do I still make mistakes? Yes, even after playing for many years, of course, I certainly do. Made one a couple of days ago. And so does every Sudoku player. They will make mistakes. And sometimes you don't even know that you've made a mistake. You've completed the game and you may not even know that you've made a mistake. Even after completing the game successfully. But if you're making videos on this channel, someone will point it out, and I'm very thankful to them for doing so. Right, so what is the game? Well, it's a grid, 9 squares across, 9 squares, including that one, down in each column, and then we have these small squares that are highlighted with black, which contain 3 across and 3 down, which contain 9 squares, of course. The game is to fit digits 1 to 9 in every row, column, and these smaller blocks like this. Okay, that's it. Once we've finished with all the numbers fitting perfectly, like a kind of jigsaw, we have finished. What do we win? Do we win a prize? No, we win some satisfaction at having used our logic to complete a puzzle. That's it. Nothing more difficult than that. So how do we go about solving this small conundrum, sometimes very tricky conundrum? Okay, let's look at this block up here. Now, this doesn't have any digits in it already. In fact, it only has 1 digit, and that is the digit 1. Others are not completed, but I can see that we can fit I know where the 3 must go in this block. Now remember, we need all digits from 1 to 9, so we've got 1. We need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I can immediately see where the 3 is going to appear. And the way I do that is when I click on the 3 like this, and on the computer that highlights them, but if you're on a pen and paper, you're going to need to start using your eyes a lot more. The 3, this 3 here is in the first column, the column on the left, blocks all the way up to the top. What do I mean blocks? I mean it doesn't it doesn't allow another 3 to be placed in this column because there are only 9 squares and we have to fit numbers 1 to 9 in the column. So there is only room for a digit to appear once in its column or row or block. Now this 3 here is going to block up here like this. That means stops these 3 squares from becoming 3. We've got 3 in this row which blocks across here, and 3 in this row which blocks all the way across here like this. So guess what? This is the only square that is not affected by intersecting 3's, these 4 intersecting 3's. So we know that 3 must go there. It can't possibly go anywhere else. And that's the thing you have to consider when it comes to Sudoku. If it can't possibly go anywhere else, then that's where it goes. That's the rule you have to live by. Don't live by the sword. Live by the rule of if that's the only place it can possibly go, that is where it goes. Don't worry about anything else going in there. It can't. 3 now blocks down here and across here and across here. Do you see that? We have the 3 blocking all the way down from the top, 3 across here, 3 across here. So in this block, which has 3 digits already placed, obviously it can't go here, we have a 5. So then again, we're left with only 1 white square, and we know that the 3 must go in that square there. Now we're going to take this 3 that we just put in, and we're going to block that up here. We're going to look at this section in the middle, 3 across here, 3 across here, and 3 all the way from the top down here. Only one possible place where the 3 can go. It goes there. And now we have actually finished digit 3 because we have 3 in every one of our small blocks. There are 9 digit 3's on the grid in total, and we have done all of them. Now that doesn't mean that when you play Sudoku, you have to just find one number and you can finish it like that. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Depends on various factors, but our 3's, there are no more 3's to be done, so we don't need to worry too much about digit 3 at the moment. How else can we go forward now? What else can we do? Well, you have to look around and use your eyes to go up and down the columns and rows to see what's possible, what's available. By the way, if you're hearing kind of swishing noises, I'm based in Bangkok, and what you can hear is the sound of rainwater that's left on the ground, because we just had a big downpour before I started this. It finished just before I started this video. Okay, I can see something, and this will give me an opportunity to, hopefully this will be okay, even though this is only the second move I'm making after the 3's. I hope you'll be able to see this, right? What I want to do is tell you how I am going to place a 1 in this square over here. Now I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a second, right? So, well, I'm going to show you right now, actually. The first thing we have to consider is we have to, instead of looking at this block over here, we're going to look at this block over here. And we can see the 1 blocking down here, like this, and the 1 blocking across here. So, are we left with 1 white square? No, we're not. We're left with 2 white squares. So now we know that 1 could go here, or it could go here. It can't go in both, of course not both of them, but it's either here or it's here. It can't go anywhere else because of these intersecting 1's. All right. So if 1 is in this square, can it appear along this column, this row here, sorry? Answer, no. And if 1 appears here, can it appear across this row? No. So it doesn't matter whether the 1 is in this square or in this square. It certainly is blocked from the rest of the line like this row. So over here, 1 is blocked from these 3 squares because it will appear in one of these 2 squares here, right? Okay, and now this one here blocks across here like so. And now we're left with only 1 white square, and so we know that the 1 must go there, as I mentioned before. Okay. Right, what else can we do? If you are playing on a computer, you have the added advantage that you can click through the numbers and they highlight the other digits on the screen, the other positions of that digit on the screen, and that can be useful quite often. Let's do something else. Okay, so this bottom row here, we have quite a lot of numbers already. We've got 2, 9, 3, 5, 6, and 4. So the first step is to discover what is missing from this row. What do we still need? We still need a 1. We don't have a 1 yet. We still need a 7, and we still need an 8. 1, 7, and 8. Now there are two things. I can actually complete this. Can I? Well, yes, I can complete it. I know where the 1s, the 7s, and the 8s are going to go. So let me show you first about the 7s. I want to show you the 7s first. Many people will say take the 8s first because you can do that, but I want to show you the 7s because we have 3 empty squares. Oops. 3 empty squares, right? Now, let's consider this square here. Can the 7 appear in this square? Answer no, because we have 7 up there. And can the 7 appear in this square here? Answer no, because we have 7 in this block, which removes any other chance for 7. So if it's not here and not here, well then there's only one alternative, right? The 7 has to be there like so. And now the 8s, if I hadn't put that 7 in, okay, let's take it out for the moment. We had the other point is we could have 8 blocking across here and 8 blocking across here. So we get the 8 there. Okay, so now remember we have the 7 here. We already discovered that was the 7, or you could now say 7 blocking down here. And now there's only one space left, and that means it has to be 1 because everything else has been exhausted. Now, if you remember a moment ago, we said that 1 is in one of these 2 squares, right? Let's look at it again. 1 blocking down here, 1 blocking across here. And so we were left with 1 in either this square or this square. And now you can see the 1 blocks. By the way, you don't need to remember it. You can just check again. 1 blocks this square, so we can see that the 1 must fit there. Getting the hang of it? Okay, good. One will appear in this square here. How do I know? Let's see. Let's highlight the 1s again. Right, let's look at this block up here. Now the 1 blocks across the middle here, leaving just, forget that, I'm not worried about that. Just this far is good enough. Means that where is the 1 in this block? It's either in this square or this square. Can't go anywhere else, right? So 1s have to be in one of these 2 squares. Now if the 1 is here, can it, excuse the meowing, that's my cat just arrived. He's not a fan of Sudoku, clearly, as you can hear. Okay, so 1 blocks all the way down here if it appears in this square. And if it appears in this square, the same thing. 1, oh dear, cat has jumped on the table. This could be dangerous for the microphone and the game of Sudoku. We might come crashing down. You're just an attention seeker, Joni. Come on. The thing is, okay, so cat on lap. You're wet. You've been outside, you stupid boy. Okay. I'm abusing my cat now. Right. Whether the, excuse me, back to the, try and get my hands on the keyboard again. 1 appears in one of these 2 squares. It doesn't matter which of these squares it appears in. It obviously can't be down in this column down here. And then we have 1 blocking down here, and so these 3 squares are eliminated as the possibility of a 1, and we know that the 1 fits there. I have to pay attention to my cat a little bit because otherwise he's going to get very annoyed that I'm not paying him the attention he deserves as my number 1 cat. He is my only cat now. Right, okay, try and concentrate on the game a little bit. I'm trying to look for the next number. I have got no idea. By the way, I never, if you decide to watch these games on this channel, you should know that I never work out the games ahead of time. That means even the most difficult games that I play on the channel are played live. They don't have, I don't have the solution in my head or on paper or anything before I begin. We have 7 blocking across here, we have 7 blocking across here, and we have 7 blocking up here. 7 blocking my view, and a cat blocking my view. But anyway, 7s appear like this. So this is the only place where a 7 can go. The cat is really annoying me. So where to next? I'm not sure. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm not sure about the next thing to be done here. 6. So I shall just click on the digits and see what's possible. If you highlight, as I say, if you're using a computer, really you're at a bit of an advantage because you can highlight the digits like this. So there's no, we can't go further with 1 for the moment. We can't do much more with the 2s, I think. 3s are finished already. We don't need to click on 3. What do we know about 4? I'm not sure I can go further with 4 at the moment. How about 5? Not sure. 6. Yes, 6 blocks across here like this and 6 blocks down here like this. So we can place a 6 in that square there. And the 6 blocks down here now, so that's going to give us 6 in that square. 6 across here, 6 down here, and there's a 6. So never panic. You know, just because you're going through the digits saying, "Oh, I can't find anything," there will be something there. There always is. It just can take a little while sometimes to get there, to find what you're looking for. Like life, really. Okay, we also, is there anything else I can do on the 6s while we are highlighted? Yes, there is. 6 goes up here, and 6 goes up here, and 6 goes across there. So we can say that that is also a 6, and we can go across here, and up here, and say that this is a 6. Oh, excuse me. Had the wrong key pressed down. 6 blocking like so. This will be our 6. And then 6 down here and 6 up here, and 6 joins 3 as being complete. We now have a 6 in every block, a 3 in every block, so there are no more 6s or 3s to be found. Now when you see just 2 numbers, 2 empty squares like this, the next thing you do is just check and see what's missing. So look, the missing numbers here and here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't have 5, we've got 6, we don't have 7, so 5 and 7 must go here. And when we see the blocking 7 across there, we know that the 7 goes there, and the 5 goes here. Now let's just see with these 7s, we can do a bit more. 7 going up here, 7 going up here, and that's going to be our 7 there. 7 going across, 7 going up, and up here. So this is a 7, and 7 going across here, and up there, and up there means that 7 goes there. And that's finished. That's the last 7. So let's see what's missing from these 2 squares. We don't have 2, and we don't have 9. Now we have a blocking 2 here, so we know that that's where the 2 goes, and this is where the 9 goes. We'll take that 9 and say 9 blocks across here like so, and that will give us 9 in the only available square there. Now we are 2 numbers missing here, which are 1 and 5. We've got everything else. Now we can see a 5 up here blocking down there, so we know that that's where the 5 goes, and that's where the 1 goes. Now we'll take the 1 to the top, 1 blocking up here. That will give us 1 in that square. 1 across here, 1 across there. Means that that is 1. And 1, 3, 6, and 7 are all complete. We don't need them. So we're looking for 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9 only now. Right, oh, I hear my stomach rumbling, must mean it's breakfast time. So now I know that I can get this square here. I know that I can get it. I don't know what it is, I haven't looked yet, but I know that I can get it. How do I know that I can get it? Okay, there are only 2 empty squares in this column. Now I haven't worked out what they are yet, but there must only be 2 possibilities. So if we take A and B, either this is A and this is B, or this is A and this is B, but there are only 2 possibilities that go there. Once we work out what these 2 numbers are, well, there is only 1 empty square left, right? Okay, so let's do that. Let's see what goes in this column to complete it. We've got 1, 2, 3, there's no 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there's no 9. So these 2 squares must be 4 or 9. Now I know you can see the 9 there. Just imagine you haven't seen that 9, right? Forget it. We've got 4 and 9 here. What number goes here? It's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4 because that's there. 5, 6, 7. It's not 9 either because that's there and there. So this has to be an 8. So we know that the 8 goes there. Now actually, of course, we can see the 9 blocking there. So we know that that is a 9 and this will be a 4. And now there's only 1 empty square in this row, so that's the next thing to do. And when we look and search, we find it's a 2 that we need. So we'll put the 2 there, like so. We can see now you've got all of this section at the bottom completed. You've got this row here completed. We can get this. How do I know we can get this? Because we can find the missing 2 digits from this column, right? 1, 2, 3 we've got. There's no 4. And again, there's no 9. So this is 4 and 9 missing here. So this time, this has to be a 5. Now you could have just said 5 blocks up here and that's our 5. So you will have noticed that there are different ways to find the same answer in Sudoku, and that's a good thing. This has to be a 9 and this has to be a 4. Okay, 4 blocks down here, 4 blocks up here. This is going to be a 4. 4 blocks up here and 4 blocks across there. This is going to be a 4. 4 blocks across like so, and up here, and this is the final digit 4. Now there's only 1 number left for this row. It's a 2. We don't yet have a 2, so let's put the 2 there, and then 2 blocks up here, 2 blocks up here. That will give us the 2 there. 2 blocks across here and 2 blocks up here. Excuse me, if I keep my mouse going, that's going to be a 2. And 2 blocks across here and across here, that's going to be our 2, which is the last one. There's 1 number missing from here, which is a 9. Let's put in the 9. And we'll say 9 also blocks up here, which will give us 9 there, and that's the final digit 9. Now all we're missing is 5 and 8. That's all we need now, 5 and 8. So when we look at this column here and we see we have an 8 already, we know that's got to be a 5. And this is going to be an 8. Oh, excuse me, 8. Hit the wrong button. 8 blocks up here, so this is going to be an 8 here. 8 blocks across here, so this is an 8 there. 8 blocks, excuse me, 8 blocks across the top here, this is an 8. And the empty squares now contain 5. 5. And 5. And that's our Guardian easy level finished. Shall I get my cat to give you a celebratory meow? There we are. Come on, Johnny. A purr. Give us a purr. Okay. Cat is happy, I bet, because I've finished the Sudoku puzzle for the morning. Okay, that's it. Please subscribe to the channel, click the like button if you're in the mood to click the like button, and come back and practice yourself as well with the games that are available. Lots and lots of games, hundreds of games at the easy level are on this channel. Bye bye.